question I get asked a lot as a mentor is, Esther, what master's degree can I take and be able to work anywhere, and I'll be relevant anywhere? And most of the time, people will tell you, do a master's of science in nursing, it encompasses everything, you'll be fine, things like that. But my dear, the answer is to not do it. It's a scam. It is fake. You cannot be relevant everywhere. So do not do it. In this video, I'm going to tell you what you should do instead. What would make you more relevant? What would make you to be ahead of others if you apply for a job? And I want to understand that you know the true meaning of career progression. Career progression is not all about just obtaining the certificate. I've seen people who have like master's degree in nursing, they have specialization in pediatrics, then they have qualification in midwifery. They're just everywhere and nowhere. Personally, I believe that is not career progression. Career progression is having a pathway that you're following and is leading you somewhere to be at the top of the ladder. You just don't want to be everywhere and master of nothing. That is the essence of master's degree. You want to be master of something, not just anything. Doing masters of science in nursing, you just masters of anything nursing. You're not masters of something. So you really need to put yourself out there. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what you should do instead. And I'm going to share with you 3 instances and the options that are available for you. So let's take, for instance, people who want to become lecturers, who want to become tutors. Most of the times, they are the ones who come up with these questions of Master of Science in Nursing because they don't know where they actually belong and what to do. But my answer is, do not do Masters of Science in Nursing. Instead, do a Master's in Nursing Education. I want to believe that before you can even think of becoming a lecturer or a tutor, you understand the fact that you must have at least a second class, upper, or a first class like myself, because most schools, that's the minimum criteria that is expected of you. So that shows that you've done well in your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and now you're taking a Master's of Science in Nursing. And there's another person who has also done well in their Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and they have nursing education as a qualification. So tell me, who is likely to be of more interest? Who is likely to be considered? It's the other person who has a qualification in nursing education. So you have to narrow it down to the job specification and what is expected of you. This person does not only understand nursing, but also understands the delivery of the job and what is expected of the job. And that is what makes them of more priority than yourself. You may have a first class and they may have a 2-1. That does not still, rule out the fact that they have a qualification in nursing education, which you do not have. They have a better chance of getting the job than you. So for nurses who are interested in becoming lecturers or tutors, so that answers your question. Go for nursing education, Masters of Science degree in nursing education, for you to be way ahead of others. The second instance is for nurses who want to do anything applied nursing. So it is not a core nursing job, but you just need some nursing judgments, things like that on the job. And I'm going to take, for instance, nurse informatics. So for nurse informatics, there may be no course or no adverts on Masters of Science in Nurse Informatics. But what you can do is you can take a course in informatics. So you believe I must mention at this point that if you are a nurse, you must have a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. It is not negotiable. It is highly needed. You cannot just stick to diploma. You need your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. That is the rudiment of progressing in this nursing career. It's an important rudiment. You mustn't miss that step. So you have your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, then you go for informatics as a core subject on its own. If that is your passion, yes, go for informatics. So at the end of the day, you're not just a nurse, you're an informatics, or if that's the word for it. So you're not just an ordinary nurse. What we understand is nursing is your background, but on that field, you've made yourself, more relevant. You've made yourself more indispensable because you have an understanding outside nursing. So you have an understanding on what the real job is all about. So that makes you a better candidate than somebody who just has a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, then has a Master's of Science in Nursing. So you to consider it, you're better off than the person with just a Master's of Science in Nursing. So lastly, let's now talk about people who are just, like myself. People are all about going on top the ladder. People who want to be able to work anywhere, everywhere, but start from the top. Guess what? The course you should take instead of Masters of Science in Nursing is Healthcare Management and Leadership. Healthcare Management and Leadership. Reason being that there is a stage you get to in your job. I'm going to take, for instance, the NHS band system. When you get to band, let's say 7, 8, really, you realize that you are not actually doing the nursing job itself anymore. You won't be working on the floor, for instance, if you're in a clinical area. You won't have to do all that. And that is why when I applied for a band 7 job, even as a care home nurse, I applied for a band 7 job and I was considered for it. I passed my application stage. My interview was just so, oh God. I'm going to make a video on that, and I hope that I'll be able to encourage and challenge some care home nurses to also take this leap of faith. My interview was so smooth, everything just went so well. And let me just use this video to also mention that I help people to apply for job. I support them. I'm going to use wherever you have. I'm not going to make up or lie for you or anything. Mine is just to support you. So if you're a care home nurse looking to become a band 7, band 6, I'm all there for you. I did it. It worked for me. I got considered for the job. So it's no big deal. Like, it's no big deal. So do not sleep on it. So if you need me to help you with that, just leave it in the comment section and we can arrange for a consultation, you know, all that. So back to what I was saying. So if you really want to be ahead in terms of your job, then you should look into healthcare management and leadership, because at the end of the day, that is what career progression is all about. You want to be at that stage where you can lead people, where you can manage people and resources. So that is what you should be doing. So if you have a career pathway that is causing confusion, or you have an area of interest but you don't know what masters you should go for, then leave it in the comment section and I'll be there to give you my support. I'm going to create and analyze it for you. And do not forget to subscribe, because it will motivate me. All through last year, I think I only made 2 videos. So I'm back again, hoping that you all will encourage me. So please do not forget to subscribe, share the video. You will be helping somebody, you know, help them not to waste their money, help them not to waste their time, not to waste their talent, and just focus and be at the top of the ladder. So hopefully I get to make a video very soon, and see you guys later. Thank you for all the love and support.